And we are live again. Hooray. Third time lucky, and this time, I'm sorry that the picture quality is a bit poorer, but I've decided to go through Streamlabs because, let's face it, there shall be no issues through Streamlabs. I will just get this up on YouTube. Let me just move my microphone out the way. I will just open up YouTube on here. Yeah, we are back. We are back. I've had to go through live Streamlabs, which is unfortunate. Yep, third time is the charm. Three's a charm. Yes. So I am much happier. I'm just going to turn that so I can see what's going on. So yeah, the things don't always run according to plan, but we work with what we have. I'm just picking up my keyboard. Three's the charm. I am online again. Hi Julie, thank you. Yeah, I've been having some major technical problems known as my phone overheating, so I've moved over to Streamlabs, hence why the picture is not so good quality. However, the sound quality should be immaculate because I am in fact using my Blue Yeti. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Luck of the draw. So, let's try that again. There we go. Hopefully, this won't happen again. So, hopefully everyone who is around still will be able to rejoin me. How long did that first one last? Just want to see how long that first live stream. I know the first live stream lasted about 15 minutes, but the second one lasted for all you mukbang lovers out there, I guess. I don't know why. Let's see. Part 2 lasted 11 minutes, so you know we had about 10 minutes of footage, so I could run them all together and create a special video for this. I'm going on till about 10:30 because Sage has got a live stream. Hello Sarah, thank you for joining me. Yeah, had a few technical hitches. My phone overheated twice. Lemon meringue bites. I've got some sort of party stuff. Indeed, Sage, absolutely. We may have not so good picture quality, but we have my Blue Yeti, so sound quality. What you lose in picture. Ah. I'm being called. I'm live streaming and I'm being called. screaming.
Sorry.
Sorry? Right, I'll have it later. Thank you. God. I apologise for that, ladies and gentlemen. Things are just not going according to plan for me. I'm putting my fan on because I am a bit warm. So hopefully that's not causing too much background noise. No, it was my mum this time. I told them I was live streaming. They knew I was live streaming. This is why I need to play to my own. This is seriously why I need to play to my own. Absolutely. But I can't afford to move out. I really can't afford to move out. House prices here in the UK are ridiculous. But we're not here to discuss my woes and my life problems. Yeah. But so if I edit all these together, I'll cut out all the disturbances, and I can do that. So yeah, absolutely. So that's cooled down now. It all happens in my world, doesn't it? Absolutely happens in my world. So yeah, crazy, isn't it? 1 year as a YouTuber, well, as an ASM artist. Who'd have thought it? It's really something. Basically, for those of you watching back, we'll go third time lucky. And what I was saying before I was rudely cut off by my phone twice is I want to give a huge thank you to every single one of you. All 362 of you. Because that's what it says on my screen now. 362 of you. Thank you so much for your support for the last year, for seeing me through thick and thin, you know, the good times, the bad times. It means so much to me to know that you're there and showing your support for my work, my channel. It really does mean a lot, because oh, hello Shigya, thank you for joining me. You know, I've told this story many times before in the past, in live streams and on Twitter, but someone of a really cruel nature once said to me, you'll be lucky if you get one person. You'll be absolutely lucky if you get anyone following you, because no one will ever want to follow you. And I'm not going to reel off everything they said about me. You know, they reeled off a lot of very negative things that they thought about me. And the fact that I have 362 subscribers, it really does mean so much, because it's proved to me that there are people out there who are fascinated, I guess, by what kind of goes on in my mind, what sort of, you know, what I'm thinking, actually want to hear what I have to say, and that really means so much, and I want to say this, thank you for putting up with me for a year, because I'm not the easiest of people to follow or talk, or I used to be really socially awkward, and I guess in a way I still am. I always have been socially awkward, I guess, but YouTube has allowed me. Yeah, knowing my luck, Julie, I'll probably be that one that imagines them all in their, what is it they say? Imagine them all in their underwear or something like that. Oh dear, no. Yeah, but yeah, I guess it is really a movie theatre full. I've never really thought of it like that. But that's the other thing, though. That's what I love about the community I've built, in that I interact with so many amazing people, and that's what I love about becoming part of social media across the board. I've met a lot of amazing, fantastic people in the last year. I've connected with people from all over the world, and I never imagined once. You go back to when I was, say, 16. Say you go back 20 years ago, and say to my 16-year-old self, one day you'll talk to people in America, you'll talk to people in Australia, you'll talk to people in Japan, in Canada, France, Belgium. I wouldn't believe it. I really would not believe it. I would. I would call you a liar, basically, because back then I was never like I am now. I mean, my personality hasn't changed, but I wasn't always the outgoing sort of, I guess, person that I am now. Always been. I like to think I've always been considered well-spoken and well-mannered, because that's who I am. But hello, Marigold. Thank you for joining me. You actually joined at a pretty good time, really, because the first two attempts were very much, how shall I put it, bum newts. I don't know what they put in these meringue bites, but my gosh, I think they're a bit addictive. You could be seeing me on a sugar high very soon. So, I'm absolutely super grateful for every single person I've connected with in the last year. I am going to say this, but I don't feel Yes, I created my project. I write the project. But it's not just me that makes it on my own. You know, I can't make it on my own. And that is why I am so grateful to everybody who has participated, who is participating, who will be participating. You have helped make this channel. You have helped me grow as a content creator. Your guidance and advice has been absolutely beyond compare. I am so grateful for that. That the fact that you've accepted me into the community as a content creator and given me guidance, you know, given me advice, which I always take on board, you know, and helped me learn, helped me to grow as a person. And I am so honestly grateful for that. Thank you. I really do mean that. I genuinely mean that. It means so much to me. You know, I really can't say it enough, because I started my channel as a way of giving back to the people who helped me through my darkest times in the past. You know, I did it as I started it as a way of giving back and doing my own thing to help people that found themselves in the same position I did at one time. And I really wanted to create something. I really feel like I wanted to create something really truly special. And I honestly do feel that it's mission accomplished. This, you know, I couldn't be much more. I couldn't be happier, really, with the way things have gone. It's really. You know, it just. It's just something I can't really put into words. You know, it's just something that. You know, it is genuinely. Hello, Yeloma. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. You know, it. Hi, Louise. Thank you for joining. You know, as I said, if you were to go back in time and talk to my teenage self and tell the younger me where I would be, sort of what position I would be in 2021, no one, I don't think, my younger self would definitely not believe you, to be honest. If I could write a letter to myself as a teenager, I would give them, you know, I would give myself so much advice and so much guidance that to say that the last year has been overwhelming is not to say it in a bad way. You know, I've been overwhelmed by, you know, how kind and supportive people in the community have been. Even when I've had my down days, you know, everyone's, I mean, we all rally round each other. That's the thing, we all rally round each other. Excuse me, I'm just going to do a quick top up of liquid. And you know, it really is a community. I mean, that is the beauty of this, of what we do, what we create, and that's something that, you know, we work hard. We all work hard on what we create, and you know, I think that should be our legacy, really. That is what I want. If in the future we could be remembered for one thing, you know, it's being, yeah, it's Coke Zero. So yeah, I guess I'm, yeah, I can put the hopefully it works. Yeah, hopefully you can hear that. Put it in the mic. Who says knocking it? I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know how well you can hear that. I've never done this sort of, I've never tried this sort of thing, but first time for everything. Cheers. It is goody. It is, and I'm so. I mean, I'm part of several communities on Twitter, and they're all amazing communities. But the ASMR community has something I feel that's genuinely special. You know, something that is unique, and you know, I'm so glad I became part of it. You know, I started out like a number of content creators as a supporter. You know, I started out by supporting channels and joining live streams and, you know, commenting on videos, things like that. And it just sort of went from there, really. And it's strange because no one ever actually said to me, have you thought about becoming an ASM artist? It just sort of something that came across my mind. I just thought, I'm looking for something different to do. Why don't I give it a go? Now, around 2009, I did give it a go, many years ago. And, excuse me, this chair's getting a bit uncomfortable. My back's playing up again. You know, and I did one video where it was a whisper video, full whisper, and it was me listing off all my favourite content creators from the community. So you have people like Gentle Whispering, Whispering in Blue, Whisper Crystal, who else? The Water Whispers Ilsa. There's so many that are no longer part of the. Oh, that's okay. Yoloma, thank you for joining me. Anyway, you know, do enjoy the rest of your evening. Hi, Lucio. Yeah, Sugo, thank you for joining. Yeah, we had some major technical issues earlier on, so I've gone over to Streamlabs. The picture quality may not be as good on my phone, but I've got my Blue Yeti mic plugged in, so the audio quality, and I'm just going to have another meringue bite. Someone said they can't see. Oh, good. Now I can see and hear everyone. Oh, it's okay. I've just realised what people were meant by me neither. Yeah, back then it was called the Whisper Community, and it only just started. Really, it was in its very early infancy. Mind you, I'd been watching the reruns, The Joy of Painting. My parents got digital TV back in around 2004. It was cable TV, and there was a channel called Discovery. It was one of the early Discovery channels. Was it one of the well-being channels that no longer exists anyway? And they were showing, obviously back in 2004, reruns of The Joy of Painting. Now, obviously, if you know of Bob Ross, he is considered the grandfather of ASMR. And, his Joy of Painting was my first experience way back in 2004. I just didn't know it had a name. I don't think anyone did, really. I just felt very relaxed watching the show. And and then obviously 2009 the Whisper Community starts, and I can never remember the name of the very first. There was the very first video, and I can never remember the name of. There are people out there who actually remember the name of the very first ASMR artist before ASMR was even recognised. And it kind of blew up from there. There's a lot of original content creators who no longer exist. No longer, names I've forgotten. As I say, there's some I do remember. But when you consider it took me 11 years to actually properly create a channel of my own. I felt it took a lot of courage, and that's okay, Julie. I will be here till about 10:30. I've got it all worked out. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. Thank you for joining me for the moment anyway. As I said in the very first part of the live stream, the original live that was supposed to be the original live stream, I really started it all out to be a storyteller. That's what I really wanted to do, to tell a story. And it all started out with this meme, as I said in the first part, but it's evolved into something far bigger than I ever imagined. I did originally plan to do all the voices. I originally planned to have, and the more characters I created, and the more sort of roles that came along, I realised I couldn't do it on my own. Hence why I do put out calls for participants and things, because it's not a story I can tell on my own. I need other people involved, and that is what I feel really makes my channel. The fact that it is inclusive. I'm not, I'm no. I'd like to reword that better. That's not, when I mean inclusive, I mean, oh, I worded that badly, but I hope you understand what I mean. It's the fact that I do honestly feel that my channel is much more than just me. It's a collaborative effort. Everyone that's been part of it has, I wouldn't say I'm a genius. It's something I enjoy doing. I don't. I just enjoy writing. I enjoy storytelling. I feel like I've got nothing to prove. I just do it because I enjoy it. I've got a story. I want to share it with as many people as I can. That's the honest truth. I have no interest in fame or glory or I just want to share a story. I just want to write and create and share it with as many people as I can. That's my dream, to be able to I just do what I do because I love it. I mean, I've always said, if my channel ever became monetized, and I did click on the button, I've double checked, I have clicked on the button that says click here for when your channel's able to be monetized. When it is monetized, any money I do make from it will be reinvested back into the channel. I have no interest in making it a financial interest to me. Any money that I were to make from this channel would be reinvested back into it. Heck, even if it meant I could, if it meant I could pay professional voice actors, and get one or two professional participants, that would be, for some big roles or something like that. That would be something I would consider. But I keep it, I do keep my channel as inclusive as I can. I mean, I do say in my call outs I can't take professional interest because there is no budget. There is no budget for this project. I rely purely on the goodwill of those who participate. And I've had some amazing, I have amazing participants throughout the series. I mean, tomorrow's premiere, chapter 13, we've got They Seek Her There ASMR, we've got Dappist ASMR, we've got who else? Oh yeah, Heliquinoir ASMR and Exploring ASMR. 4 very talented ASMR artists involved in tomorrow's premiere, and of course me. And I say and of course me as a footnote because well, I don't know about that, Brian. I have got plans. I mean, I have got big plans for this channel anyway. Once I get the community tab, I will be able to set up more interaction with my subscribers. That is one reason I really would love to have the community tab, so that I can actually directly communicate. Because no one looks at the discussion tab. No one ever looks at the discussion tab. So you know, but once I start getting bigger, I would genuinely consider setting up a Patreon again for being able to reinvest back into this channel. You know, so I can start actually making character videos. So I could look at perhaps purchasing costumes, purchasing more props. You know, so I don't just have to keep wearing that jacket and waistcoat and top hat all the time. It would give me something else to work with. And you know, there's other things I want to do as well. You know, I want to be able to give, you know, sort of designed. I create maps through I mean, I know other channels do it as well, but I have sort of some unique pieces that I'd love to be able to make available to my viewers, you know, things like that. Sort of exclusive in certain ways. And yeah, I do need to set up that subreddit as well. You know, I really, I've got so many big plans for this channel that what I'd love to do in the long run, eventually, is, and this is something that I've been considering for a long time, is set up a team. So basically, and this is quite way down, I'd have to be a huge channel for this, but obviously I'd remain as head writer. Yes, that's another thing. Goody. Yes, indeed. I've thought about that. You know, t-shirts and cups, mugs and things like that. You know, getting in contact with designers. You know, things that so, you know, maybe a t-shirt with the crown of the Tyrant King and something like that, the crown of the Tyrant King or something like that. And it could be shot, you know, I've thought it all through in advance. Well, that is true. I have thought about an Amazon wish list. But again, I don't feel like I'm a big enough channel to warrant setting one up, because in all honesty, you know, I feel like I need to be a much bigger, you know, it wouldn't feel right to, I don't know, that's something that I'll think about that one anyway. But merchandise is definitely something I've often thought about. I mean, I am looking for employment at the moment, and I've never intended YouTube to become my actual job. Let's put it this way: it's always been a hobby to me. But if I could earn pocket money off the back of it, I guess, then that would be fun. I think, you know. I do think, you know, if I can sort of earn some cash to reinvest back into the channel, then that is what I've always wanted. You know, I don't intend to do it as a full-time job or anything. You know, I am looking for a proper full-time job. Obviously, when I get home in the evenings, I'll be writing and recording at the weekends and things like that. Yeah, that's an idea then. Okay, I will look into that. I didn't mean to sound. I didn't mean to sound so... Oh dear, it's been a long day. Yeah, no harm in creating it at all, to be honest. I have got a few things that come to mind that might be... There's a few items I have got in mind for cosplay as well, so, you know, we'll look into that. But yeah, you know, big plans for the channel in the long run. And the thing is, before I set anything up properly for subscribers and things, oh, hello, Quiet. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. You've joined at a good time, really, because I'm talking about what I've got in mind for the future of my channel, and I've got some, you know, this is my job. I need to have a proper job. I can't afford to just live on. I can't afford to live on YouTube money. I do need a proper job. Yeah, I'm sure the world demands it, but you know, if the world demands it, then you know, that's for them. That's for the world to say. That's not for me. I've got to stay real. I've got to keep it real. You know, I could be here today, gone tomorrow. A flash in the pan. You know, a one-trick wonder, or whatever they call it, a one-hit wonder, I believe is the saying. So I have to think about tomorrow, whatever happens, you know. And excuse me, I'm gonna have another meringue bite. Also goody. I'm just thinking, I don't exactly I don't exactly see 362 people being the world. No offence meant there, but I definitely do think I ought to be a slightly bigger channel before I put any of my ideas into Carp DM. Seize the day? Is that Carp DM? I can never remember. Carp DM. Carp DM. I thought that was... Or is it Carpe Diem? I'm never very good with... Well, the only Latin I can remember is Dulce decorum est po patria mori. Oh, it is Seize the Day. Yes. Carpe Diem. Or... It is Seize the Day. I've just had to Google it. Although my personal favourite is Ale Iacta Est. I'll type that. This is my favourite. I'll type it into the chat. Ale Iacta Est. Which stands for The Die is Cast. And it's something I used to shout out quite a bit when I used to play Warhammer. Fantasy battles. So, you know, yeah, mine's gone blank. Oh, there's the camera. So, you know, big plans for the future. big plans, but I kind of need to build up. I genuinely feel that I need to build up before I can do anything. And you know, the way I'm doing it, I will just write, I will call people, I will contact people to participate. I mean, you know, we've got some amazing people coming up, collaborating in upcoming chapters. You know, some really truly amazing content creators involved, and it's really exciting. You know, we've got some really exciting things on the way. I am looking at expanding the scope of the channel though. Now I've got the green screen. I can expand my content as well. I want to actually make some more videos in character, preferably Maximus. So I forgot about that Terry Pratchett novel. That was a good one. Yeah. But you know, here's to the next year. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be absolutely. Well, it's going to be a roller coaster. The whole thing that I've got planned till 24th of June 2022 is going to be an absolute roller coaster, because I mean, so far I've still got about 58 characters to find, planned for up to chapter 34. And once chapter 34 is cast and the scripts are written, I start planning for the next phase, which will be chapter 35 onwards, and I have this all worked out. I guarantee that the Tyrant King is returning. It's just that even I haven't worked out how. But you know, it's going to happen. He is going to return, and although I voice him with him being trapped in the spirit realm, I would love to get someone else to play him in human form, you know, in living form, because I think that would work so well. That would work so well with someone else being taken over. I'm not going to say if it would be someone portraying the actual. Yeah, 58 characters to find. I mean, when I started this project, I had a list of 111 characters, and over half of them have been cast now. I'm so sorry, I have got to take a quick break. I do apologise. Please do talk amongst yourselves. I shall be back within but a moment. First person to have to take a couple of breaks. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. Oh, hello, just an ordinary YouTube video channel. Thank you for joining me. Oh dear. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Such is life. Not quite the twist, just the foreshadowing. Ah dear. Yeah, I still need to sort out your script goodie, by the way, for Argus. Yes. Oh, hello, Richard. Yes. Evil laugh. Oh, you carry on. You carry on with your evil laughter. I know you all too well. I all know what you're up to. I can evil laugh as well. Eh? What? Eh? I've lost. Let me just go back. Oh yes, yeah, yes. Sage does indeed. Yeah. Can't remember the name now. Callisto. That's it. Callisto. Where did Eponema come from? Ah dear. But sorry, just trying to focus my thoughts. I've nearly I've nearly finished this tub of bites. As close to a mukbang as you'll get, I guess, on this channel. So what was I saying? It was lovely to see you, Richard. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, so I'm really excited about a real big project that's coming up. I'm actually classing it as a mini-series. You've probably seen it all around Twitter. It's called The Academy. It's a prequel to The Lord of War and Heartache, set 10 years well, it's not set 10 years, but it's set before the main storyline, so there won't be any mention of the Tyrant King or his crown or things like that. But puppies can be a handful. Yeah, and let me know if you want a script as well, Bri, because I'm writing Jess K Creative ASMR a script. I have asked others if they want one, so in the chat on Twitter. So please do let me know. Please do let me know if you want a script as well, or something to guide you a bit more than what I've sent. All the best. Thank you for joining me and the group. yeah, so as I say, I'm really excited about the academy. I mean, we've got some really good names involved, and you know, I mean, Brian's part of that project, and I mean, who have we got on there? We've got Kitty Garden, Simplicity, Exploring ASMR is reprising her character you'll meet tomorrow. Uplifting ASMR, ASMR Whispers UK, Dappist ASMR, Laurie ASMR is involved, and I don't think she's a Twitch streamer, ASMR artist. Riley Rose is involved as well in that, and you know, I'm really, really excited for this one because it's going to be very different to the main storyline, because obviously it's set before the main storyline. No worries, Sage. Take care of the dog. They're a handful, I can imagine. No worries from my end. Yeah, I mean, Riley Rose did show interest in my work, in my project before, but obviously she wasn't able to participate originally, and she actually came in. She actually contacted me and said that, because I was looking for someone to take on a particular role, and she actually contacted me about it. So you know, I was very happy to, you know, welcome her aboard the cast. So it's all looking up, really. I'm quite happy with it. I'm not all that handsome when I eat, am I? Yeah, I won't be doing any mukbang videos on YouTube. So this will be the one and only time. Maybe my birthday, but that's next month. We'll see. But you know, things are really looking up. There's some concepts that I am resting after the academy. Because we're moving into another part of the realm. I want to concentrate more on, you know, because we're moving towards the forest realm. I don't really want to that's it. Oh, hi Afterlife. Thank you for joining me. I seem to have just devoured a whole tub of lemon meringue bites, so I shouldn't have any more. Yeah, look after the puppy, Sage. Don't worry about the. But yeah, you know, there's a number of concepts that I will be resting after the academy has aired, until I feel the time is right to revisit them. Because there's an idea I've got, but I think that one's going to be far. It will only happen if, let's just say, it'll only happen if the academy. Oh yes, please, game devs. Yeah. I'll get it scripted for you this week, so that you've got an idea of what the dialogue will be. Yeah. So yeah, I'll get a script put together for you, and I'll send it over to you via Twitter, via my Google Drive. So that's not an issue. But what was it? Oh, I have finished them, Julie. I have finished them indeed. I feel incredibly naughty. So yeah, because the reason that I'm going to continue talking quickly about the Academy, because that is something I'm quite proud about. Whereas each chapter is sort of individual and connected, I'm looking at the Academy being at least an 8-part mini-series. So I perform on my own parts 1 and 8, and then the other characters participate in. Oh, that's okay. Afterlife, thank you for joining me. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. So I perform parts 1 and 8 on my own, and then parts 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, yeah. The middle 6 chapters, parts 2 to 7, are where the other participants come in. So there'll be like 3 characters an episode. So we're going to have the singers in part 2, the musicians in part 3, the bardic students part 4, the dance students in part 5, and the jester students in part 6. So, and then what would be part 7? Or maybe it's only a 7-part series. So I beg your pardon. I'm confusing myself here. So yeah, it's a 7-part project. Although I do have to try and work out how I'm going to include Laurie ASMR's character, and she's playing the Academy's healer. So I've got to work that out, but I can work that out. But yeah, I mean, we've got, it's... Yes, yeah, definitely will see me around on Discord. And also, reminder that Chapter 13 premieres tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. So, always more than welcome to join the chat there. Hopefully have everyone from that there as well. I'm thinking of doing like a pre-premiere live stream around 9 o'clock tomorrow. Just to have a little sort of pre-discussion about the episode. Haven't quite decided. Might do it afterwards. But it's quite a long... I can tell you how long it is, in fact. Because it's quite a long episode. It's feature length, I think. I think it's feature length. Let's have a look. Because I need to put the length of time in the actual... that's the wrong one. Wrong folder. There we go. Chapter 13 is in length. Is 1 hour 45 minutes and 30 seconds feature length? Chapter 13 is nearly 2 hours long. My second longest chapter is actually chapter 9. Alpha, thank you for joining. Yeah, I thought about that. Yeah, so chapter 9 stands at 1 hour 16. Next longest chapter is chapter 7. But yeah, chapter 13 is my longest chapter yet. At 1 hour 45 minutes and 30 seconds. So we have got ourselves a feature. The thing is, I can never bring myself to cut videos. I cannot bring myself, because if I can't see anything that needs to be cut, I don't cut it. I edit it so that it flows. There's one video that I did edit very slightly, but it's not a cut. It's just that it went from one scene to another with a jump cut. So I basically split the original scene and then did a dissolve. I'll explain all this tomorrow properly, but I did a dissolve sequence so that it wasn't a jump cut, and you'll see that tomorrow, and I'll talk about it throughout the I will give like a running commentary throughout the premiere. Think of it. Sorry, I keep brushing the mic. But yeah, we'll have like a proper kind of, I guess, like director's commentary or something, you know. Obviously with other members of the cast, so it'll be, you know, considering I am the cast and I am the crew of the entire thing. You know, writer, director, producer, T-boy. Yeah, this is it. I definitely have ideas. Some might say I have ideas above my station, in that I want to go into triple figure episodes. So I mean, we're well into double figures anyway. But yeah, I mean, it was going to be seasons. So season 1 was going to end at episode 7, and then season 2 would have ended with episode 14. Well, it's now just one continuous long season. So I'm going to see how far I can take it before I need to take a proper break and actually work on a potential. I've got an idea of what I'd like to do for a potential season finale, but I want to take it up to that point before I do anything else. I already have a complete concept of of where I want it to go. You know, I'm always working on ideas and things. So yeah, yeah. The thing is, I'm awful because I don't write anything down. It's all up here. It's all up here, and then as soon as I start writing, it goes onto here, onto my laptop. So you know, I don't have any physical notes. I don't have notebooks full of things jotted down or sketches or anything like that. It's all either up here, or the closest I've got to sketches in a way is the artwork I have, you know, my sort of custom made artwork from that I get from Pixabay. I use Pixabay a lot for creating the backdrops and character ideas. You know, there's a lot of characters I sort of adapt and change and merge to create. Like, for example, that vampire I've used to represent Lord Volkov, and the other one that I've developed to represent not Boris. I can't remember his name from that chapter. I've got so many. Thing is, I've got loads of scripts and things because, you know, that is the one thing I do. I keep all my scripts. So I never pursued that one. Volkov and the Shadow Lord. The problem I seem to be having when writing the character of the Shadow Lord, I seem to start writing his character and I can never actually complete that particular script. It's almost like there's an element somewhere that doesn't want me to finish that particular script. It's weird because all the other scripts, if it's any other character, I'm fine. That's it, Petronius. But as soon as I start writing the character of the Shadow Lord, who has been on my list of characters for quite some time, I just can't seem to complete it. It's really bizarre. It is incredibly bizarre. Well, the thing is, Julie, seeing your comment there, you know, a finale. There won't be a finale because I will want the story to continue. I don't just want it ending. I've got so many different ideas that I could genuinely. Hello, mate. Hey, my best mate's joined. Hello, Stu. Hey. Everyone say hello to Stu. He's my best mate of... we've known each other since, 2007, I think, when I joined the Model Railway Club. Yeah. Drinking partner, party pal, you name it, we've done it. Oh, dear. Yeah, but in the long run, huge plans for this channel, huge plans for the series. As you say, Julie, there will be a finale, but there will also be a continuation as well. You know, I don't really want this story to end. Various characters will come to an end. That's something I've always had planned. And the thing is, the characters that I plan to kill off are all my characters. There's a number of my characters that I do plan to bring to an end. Characters played by other participants will survive. I have every intention of them surviving. I don't have the heart to kill off characters that I don't play. I don't care about my characters in the same way that a lot of people do. I know there's a lot of people who like Rafik. There's a lot of people who like Volkov. They're two that are earmarked for an ending. Good news is I actually like Trajan, so he is obviously going on for as long as I possibly can. You may part 5, is it part 4? No, part 4 of the Cleo and Trajan mysteries is on the way. That should be up next week. You heard that here first. Cleo and Trajan, part 4 on the way. Then we are going. If you've seen chapter 11, you will be aware of the disdain people have for the historian. Well, he is going. I have a plan for him to make a reappearance, and let's just say things aren't going to go well for him. Let's put it that way. So, huge plans for the story. Huge plans for various characters and ideas. I've got so many things I want to get done with this world. Plus, I want to bring in elements of other parts of the world as well. I mean, if you've seen parts of the Vampire Saga, particularly Rise of the Sklade, which was the 3rd instalment, and Envoy to the Village, which was the most recent vampire instalment. They talk about the dragons. Now, at some point, we are going to be visiting the Firelands. If you have seen my re-upload of Weighing Anchor in Nightsong, or Weighing Anchor in Port Nightsong, you will see that on YouTube there is a brand new thumbnail. Well, that thumbnail is a representation of the Firelands, and it's what I envisage the Firelands to look like. Because I've got specific backgrounds for certain places. I've got Necrotia, formerly Dreven, Cully, Gebelra, Trigon, Ondar City, the Forest Realm. We haven't got anything for Runa yet, but that will come. I fancy some Swiss roll. Yeah, so got loads of concepts and things to follow up on. As I say, really exciting things up ahead. And of course, we've got more, as I say, more characters and things to be voiced. We're down to 57 characters left. Some of them aren't so important, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, there's 3 in chapter 19 that if they didn't get cast, wouldn't make any difference to the story, to be honest with you. Well, one of them might need a voice or something, but what am I working on? Well, the project. I'm always working on the project. Oh, at the moment, well, I've got a few scripts to write. I'm still waiting for some elements of chapter 14. I've got a few scripts to write for myself. How did that one get in there twice? But I've got a couple of. I've got 9 scripts to write for participants, and 16 to write for myself. But the beauty with my scripts is because I've already got an idea of what they sound and look like, I just need to write the scripts. I don't ever write myself notes. There's no point in writing myself notes, because obviously I've already got an idea of what they look like. As I say, I'm waiting for a couple of contributions for chapter 14. Chapter 13 premieres tomorrow. I've got a few bits and pieces I want to work on. I want to contact some people regarding the academy as well. I know I talk about that one a lot, but that has kind of become my... It's becoming a bit of a side project in itself, because of the way it's developed. It's become a sort of side project in its own right, and rightly so. It's an excellent concept. I kind of feel like it's an excellent concept I've come up with. I'm quite, I take pride in it, that because obviously if you've seen chapter 9, you will have had your first glimpse of the academy with Ermila Dolce ASMR as Alina, and myself as the somewhat, the way I portrayed him, I would say he is a bit slimy, and that's Arik the Bard. He is the sort of he's a member of the academy, and the way I portrayed him, I guess it just came across because he looks, the image I used for him, the artwork I used for him that I found on Pixabay, he looks a bit slimy, he looks a bit arrogant, so I kind of went with that. And whether or not that works for some people or not, I don't know. I went with what he looked like to me from Pixabay and created this somewhat... He's the complete opposite of my personality. Some might consider him a bit creepy. And as you know, I am not that sort of person in nature. But I wanted something to... The academy is sort of the opposite end of the spectrum to the troupe. If you're familiar with chapter 7, you will be aware of... I know Julie and Sage particularly are familiar with. Julie played the snake charmer Nefertira, and Sage played Callisto, the acrobat. And so because Julie actually sort of included her snake, I want to say a corn snake. I think it's a corn snake. Because funnily enough, Adina, Uplifting ASMR, has a snake, and she actually wondered about including it in her segment for the academy. I haven't said yes, and I haven't said no either. That I leave that to her that's purely her choice. That's not for me to say. But if you're familiar, say, with the troop from chapter 7, then it's kind of, the academy is kind of like the complete opposite of the troop. Particularly in the fact, well, no, you need to see, if you haven't seen chapter 7, I don't want to give the game away yet. I recommend seeing that first and then working your way through the playlist. But you'll enjoy it. You will. I hope you will all enjoy it. Because, as I say, there's concepts from chapters 7 and 9 that appear in. In fact, tomorrow there's a concept from 7 and 9 that appears in chapter 13. But we'll cover that tomorrow. Yeah. One year. Sorry. I still can't get that. I still can't get that pinned down. You know, that I've been involved in this now for a year. You know, it really is something amazing. It really is, you know, truly. But you know, a huge thank you. I can't say enough, really. I really do mean it when I say a huge thank you to everyone who views my work, who likes my work, who subscribe to my channel. You know, I'm so grateful for every single one of you. You know, you've made this year something really special, and I can't say thank you enough. You know, and of course, thank you to everyone that's participated or is currently participating or will be participating in my project. You make this channel. You make it. I run the channel. You know, I am Ondarian ASMR, but I can't do this on my own. I really can't do this on my own. It's impossible. It's you know. Yeah, so you know, I'm really I'm speechless, really. You know, I know I've sat here for the last hour and a half rambling, but all in all, I'm genuinely speechless, but in the most beautiful way possible. You know, because it just means so much to me. This last year has really you know, meant a lot to me in that I've become part of this community, and it do you know, I really don't know where to take this live stream any further. You know, I know we've had technical issues this evening and things haven't exactly gone the way, but you know, I am so grateful for each and every one of you who's joined me this evening. Whether you've been or gone, or you know, you're still here in the chat, I'm really honestly truly grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I really honestly mean that. To be very honest with you, I don't think I know where I'm going to take this any further. So I think, considering it's 10 o'clock and this particular thing has lasted for just over an hour and a half, I do feel this is a good point to end this live stream. So I'm actually going to sign off. I wish you the very best of whatever time of day it is where you are. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute treat. And, you know, I will be hopefully doing another one of these tomorrow. It'll probably be through Streamlabs, because obviously if my phone's heating up, this year is going to be a roller coaster. I know it. I know it's going to be a roller coaster. Oh, cheers, mate. That means so much to me. I do need. I'll text you. Actually, I need to text you. I'll do that later, though. Yeah, as I say, game devs, I'll be doing I'll try and do an hour-long or say a 45-minute long live stream video thing tomorrow as well, to sort of give a rundown of where we're up to, and you know, the story so far. Yeah, I think I will end it there. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see, hopefully, you know, a good number of you tomorrow at the premiere for chapter 13. I want to wish those of you in the UK a very good night. Those of you across the pond in America, a very good day. And wherever else you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, bonne nuit. No, I'm not going to go there, because bonne nuit is probably the only bit of another language I know, and I know that's good night in French, so, you know. Yeah. So I'm going to sign off, and I'll be on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, obviously. I will see you next time on Darian ASMR, aka Matt, previously known as Afo ASMR, signing off. Take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, all the best.